Hey everyone, in my last video I did a walkthrough of the Altice one, and this is Cablevision or Optimum's all-in-one converged box that does Ethernet and cable and Wi-Fi and 4K and all this other wonderful stuff, and it worked fine. I did a walkthrough on how to use this and then use an older machine, like a old server that I had laying around, and repurposed it to be a pfSense firewall for me. And it was, like I said, it was working fine for a while, and then inexplicably one day it started to have errors, and the errors kept mounting and mounting and mounting, and it didn't matter how many restarts and refreshes I did, how many phone calls to technical support at Optimum I made, it just kept failing. So finally, one day, right before I had a meeting the next day at 9 o'clock at night, I just had enough, and I ran over to Target and I got this. This is the Aaris SB8200 surfboard modem. This is your standard cable modem, and it actually allows you to have dual inputs, and it's been working pretty great. And what I did was I coupled it with this little bad boy, and this is the Beelink GK55. It's a tiny mini PC, but importantly it has 2 LAN ports. And so even though this comes with Windows 10 Pro on board, I actually repurposed this and made it into a new pfSense firewall. And I have to be honest, I've been really happy with this setup. Since I went and ditched the older, or actually the newer converged box that Optimum and Altice One were forcing down our throats, life has been a lot better. I have a lot less disconnects and a lot less dropped signals, and speeds have been consistent, and I've just been really happy. I did actually call Cablevision, and I made them cut their customer service. I was lucky that I was able to speak to somebody that understood the situation, and they gave me some credits and service credits that helped offset the cost of this modem. I believe this was $89 at Target when I bought it. And to their credit, they did understand, and they gave me some money back. This Beelink is available on Amazon, and you can see the link below to purchase it. I highly recommend it if you're looking to just use a mini PC. I know we're still, unfortunately, all working from home or studying from home due to COVID and other things. If you're looking to refresh your setup and not spend a ton of money, I highly recommend this. There are some versions that are a little bit more powerful, but honestly, I put this through its paces when I was when it still had Windows 10 on it, and it worked great. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plug all this back in. Right now there's no internet in my house, and I'm sure someone is screaming somewhere around the house. So I'm going to plug all this back in and show you what it looks like when it's all set up. So here's the setup as it is now. On the left is the Aaris SB8200 surfboard cable modem, which is plugged directly into the Beelink GK55 mini PC. Again, this is a mini PC that has Windows 10 on board, but I repurposed it and put pfSense. So now this is acting as my firewall, and I gotta be honest, it's working great. Just for context, I'll just pan out a bit, and you'll see that this is the old PowerEdge 2950 that I was using as my firewall before, and obviously it was overkill. And because this machine is probably 17-18 years old now, it just wasn't able to do the job as efficiently and as effectively as the Beelink is able to do now. So I highly recommend this setup. Of course, I bear no responsibility or anything like that if something should go wrong with your setup. But one quick tip before you do anything to your setup, please call Cablevision's technical support and let them know that you want to bring your own modem for your internet service, that you want to decouple the internet service from the Altice One. What they have to do is they have to release the MAC address that's on your account. If you don't do that, then the cable modem will not be able to get an IP, because the MAC address isn't going to be recognized by the cable modem, the Cablevision systems. So please just call them and give them your MAC address. It's like a 5-minute process. It's pretty easy to do. And then after you do that, that's when you do the Beelink, or sorry, the pfSense setup to get the pfSense router, or sorry, the pfSense firewall operational. It's working really well in my house right now, and like I said, I'm not having any of the disconnects or other challenges that I was having before. My Altice One is still working. It's in the rack next to me, and it's feeding the TV that's in my basement. I still have the old SSID broadcasting, but it's not interfering with our wireless too much, and other than that, it's working well. Again, the Altice One is great because the 4K signal that comes from the box is really nice. However, as a cable modem, and this usually is the problem with converged devices, right? When something goes wrong, it becomes totally useless. As a cable modem, it just wasn't working well. So I had to go and get the Aaris SB8200. At that point, I decided to get the Beelink to retire, again, this Dell PowerEdge 2950. And after maybe an hour and a half's worth of effort to reconfigure everything and set everything up, it's been working, and it's been working great ever since. So if you have the ability to try it out, and if you're frustrated with Altice One and you don't want to use the Altice One for your internet, to serve your internet inside your house, then I definitely recommend taking a look at this and giving it a shot. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Thanks, and thanks for watching.